Good day viewers and thanks for tuning in to Polymerupdate TV, the world's first and only TV network with the free petrochemicals news show. You're watching the Petrochemical Market Synopsis with me, Pratiksha Jaipal. It's Wednesday, July 27th. Let's start with energy news. Crude oil prices declined on Tuesday on indications that the US Federal Reserve may go for another round of a rate hike to stamp out inflationary pressures. Brent crude prices fell by 75 cents, settling at $104.40 per barrel, while WTI futures decreased by $1.72, settling at $94.98 per barrel. On Tuesday, open spec naphtha prices rose by $7 per metric ton at $769 per metric ton, CFR Far East Asia levels. Before we move on to the Asian market updates for PP, PE and PVC, please do click on the bell icon to subscribe to our free news channel, and if you like today's video, please remember to like this video by giving us a thumbs up. It motivates us to continue to bring you this free informative news service on a daily basis. Back to the Asian market updates for PP, PE and the PVC. In PP, this week PP prices tumbled in the Asian region. The sharp decline in prices was triggered by weaker upstream propylene feedstock rates coupled with subdued demand trends. Reports of a slowdown in orders from downstream factories and ample regional product availability coupled with lower import offers from overseas suppliers also proved to be key factors in further pushing prices lower in the region. The bearish pricing undertone in PP was further compounded with the US dollar rising against a basket of major global currencies. In Far East Asia, PP raffia and PP injection prices were assessed at $930 to $980 per metric ton CFR levels, both week on week sharply lower by $60 per metric ton. PP film prices were assessed at $940 to $990 per metric ton CFR levels, while BOPP prices were assessed at $940 to $990 per metric ton CFR levels, both week on week slipped by $60 per metric ton. PP block copolymer prices were assessed at $950 to $1,000 per metric ton CFR levels, a plunge of $60 per metric ton from last week. As demand sentiments remain muted in other Asian markets, a large number of overseas producers were heard to have offered PP cargoes to Chinese buyers at lower rates. The Chinese PP market continued to retain a muted undertone, with buyers preferring to adopt a wait-and-watch approach. Market players are expecting producers to commence short-term maintenance at their plants on account of poor margins and weak buyers' interest. PP exports have been largely restrained, with a contraction in price differences between domestic and foreign markets. In Southeast Asia, PP raffia and PP injection grade prices were assessed at $990 to $1030 per metric ton CFR levels, both sharply lower by $70 per metric ton from last week. PP film prices were assessed at $1,000 to $1,040 per metric ton CFR levels, while BOPP prices were assessed at $1,000 to $1,040 CFR levels, both week on week plunged by $70 per metric ton. PP block copolymer prices were assessed at $1,010 to $1,060 per metric ton CFR levels, a sharp drop of $70 per metric ton from the previous week. In South Asia, PP raffia and PP injection prices were assessed at $1130 to $1180 per metric ton CFR levels, both tumbled by $70 per metric ton from the previous week. BOPP prices were assessed at $1150 to $1210 per metric ton CFR levels, while PP film prices were assessed at $1150 to $1200 per metric ton CFR levels, both week on week plunged by $70 per metric ton. PP block copolymer prices were assessed at $1170 to $1230 per metric ton CFR levels, a slide of $80 to $100 per metric ton from the previous week. In PE, this week HDPE, LDPE and LDPE prices slipped across the Asian region. The sharp price fall was prompted by persistent sluggish buying sentiments coupled with abundant product avails in the region. The price drop was further supported by lower import offers from overseas polymer producers. In LLDPE, the fall in prices was also triggered by weaker futures on the Dalian Commodity Exchange in China. Bearish cues from other Asian regions further dampened the market. The strengthening of the US dollar against major global currencies contributed to a weak pricing undertone in PE. In PVC, this week PVC prices dropped in parts of the Asian region. Weak market fundamentals and an unpredictable demand outlook for end products further pressured prices lower. Buyers were prompted to assess the impact of weak upstream EDC and VCM values on PVC prices. The downfall in prices was also triggered by lower import offers from overseas suppliers and sufficient product avails. That's all for today's Polymer News. Watch our daily news video tomorrow to know more. This is Polymer Update with me, Pratiksha Jaipal from Mumbai. Many thanks for watching.